breaking down all 24 things you missed from Survivor Season 48, Episode 9. We're talking all things: the bicep curl challenge, Eva's advantage hunt, the picnic reward, David's intense paranoia, and much more. Careful for any spoilers if you haven't seen this episode of Survivor yet. And as always, stay tuned for the end of the video as we announce our newest puzzle giveaway winner. If you want to enter next week's giveaway, make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and comment down below what makes you a Survivor superfan. Let's get started with number 24, previously on Survivor. For all of you complaining online about the Strong Players Alliance, this one's for you, and it was so good. As we see the Strong Six form, Eva's secret advantage, Shaheen's a target, Camilla's a target, and Chrissy was voted out.
I went out swinging, baby.
Chrissy, the tribe has spoken.
Thank you, Jeff.
Time for you to go.
Number 23, After Tribal. I'm going to be talking about it throughout the entire video, but this episode really felt like a turning point for the season, and I'm loving every second of it as we're getting into some drama with number 22, David versus Camilla. Love him or hate him, this episode is truly the David funeral of Survivor 48, and it's a bit awkward sitting down after Tribal Council. Camilla is a bit of a firecracker and calls out David to his face, always giving confessional gold.
David apparently is floating my name around. I'm like, this guy is the biggest idiot on this beach. This is the only shot we will have in this game.
Number 21, the Meat Shield Alliance. It's a little bit ironic this season of the idea of the Meat Shield Alliance. The OG originator of the concept is Jeremy Collins, and it's not like he didn't have any muscles. David realizes that Kyle is always looking to keep Camilla safe, and I actually just realized something as well. Number 20, Survivor 48 is almost done. With only a few episodes left in Survivor 48, it's time for the biggest discount, the biggest deal of the season with idle plays. 3, 2, 1, let's do it. The first 10 people to use the code Survivor30 get 30% off their entire order. This is going to be the biggest discount of the whole season. Idle Plays is my passion project, where I make 16 different puzzles and games, including the Turtle Tower, Snake to the Side, Labyrinth Maze, Fitz Tower, and much more. So if you're interested in checking out Idle Plays and help support me in making all of these videos, please consider going to idleplays.com and checking out the puzzles. And remember, the first 10 people to use the code Survivor30 get literally 30% off their entire order. It's the biggest discount of the season.
Then the really big announcement, and I need to set this up.
Yeah,
Okay,
let's do it.
this is
Number 19, the Sun Hangout. I want you to pay close attention to who is in this scene. It's exactly who David envisions in the Strong Person Alliance, with himself, Mary, Kyle, Shaheen, Joe, and Eva. My single main complaint of this season is we're completely left in the dark of the ideas of the people on the bottom. Especially Mitch and Star have had absolutely zero game conversations. David uses Mary as a way to throw out Camilla's name, leading into number 18, the downfall of David. I'm telling you, this entire episode is about the downfall of David, all episode long. Kyle and Shaheen come together and realize that David needs to go. Ultimately, there's two ways you can see it. Is David too paranoid? Maybe, but I don't think it's paranoia if you're actually correct. This is real. David and Kyle have a little battle in front of everyone, and this will be key later in the video. And we are literally only 10 minutes into the episode at this point. Whoa. Number 17, Sleep Time. Low-key, it's a little confusing how this episode was edited together with it being nighttime again right now. And we all knew this Eva scavenger hunt was coming, and catching the person behind Eva was crazy camera work, so good job to the cameraman. The bearded man wakes up Joe to figure out what's going on with Eva, leading into number 16, Eva time. The darkness, the torches, it all reminded me of the old school folklore challenge at night. At the end of the day, it's a little bit confusing and reminded me of a Survivor Ghost Island style of game. So let's throw out the notepad. As Eva secures an extra vote, she can risk it for safety without power, and she can risk it again for a hidden immunity idol. Survivor producers, remember what you decided to do here. This is perfect. Eva has all the control and she can choose if she wants to do it or not. We need to remember Eva is locked in now with an idol good until the final 5 and safety without power good until the final 7. Number 15, Survivor advantage. Just like how Eva decided to risk it all for the advantage, I'm gonna risk it all and ask you to click that juicy red subscribe button. If you aren't subscribed yet, seriously, what are you doing with yourself? Please click that juicy red subscribe button down below. I'm currently on a mission to become the most subscribed to Russell in the Survivor community, and I can't do it without all of your support.
I don't know who he's messing with. Nobody knows who they're messing with around here. It's Russell Hance. Give me a break.
Number 14, Eva spills the beans. Typically, in these kinds of moments, you would hear me say, no, keep the advantage a secret. Don't tell anyone. But the fact that Shaheen and Joe caught Eva makes her look so good that she is telling them the truth with Kyle there as well.
I am not worried at all about Eva. I'm not.
Number 13, Camilla and Kyle. This unlikely duo of Kyle and Camilla have been so fun to watch all season, and it shows how close they are in the game that Kyle's gonna tell Camilla about the advantage. This has me convinced that both Kyle and Camilla, they have so much power, they're gonna be making the finale, especially with the battle of Kyle versus David this episode. Number 12, the players on the bottom. Yes, that's right, we actually get a scene with the players on the bottom. Star, Camilla, and Mitch are hanging out, with Mitch trying to teach Star how to swim, and this stuff just comes naturally to him with being a coach outside of the game. Fun fact about me, outside of making these Survivor YouTube videos, my day job is being a swim coach, so this was really cool to see. Star, if you still want to know how to swim, give me a call and I'll help you out. Number 11, Kyle and Joe grow tight. Whenever you can merge the game with the outside real world, that's when the real connections between the players are made. As Kyle opens up with Joe about why the confrontation with David really bothered him, and he goes into detail about how he was able to pass a semester of school while being in jail. Eventually, it all leads into Joe going to Eva about the idea of breaking up the strong person's alliance. Number 10, challenge time. As the players will do a bicep curl, and if the ball falls, you are out. They're also playing for reward in the form of a fancy picnic. Number 9, the challenge. This is gonna sound super cringy and gym bro like, but the bicep pump you would get from this challenge is ridiculous. Unlike other endurance challenges, this one is pure strength based and not a proportion of your pre-game weight. Eventually, we get a good old classic Survivor showdown, and it's between the challenge beasts of David and Joe battling it out. And with the storyline all episode, 100% David needed to win here, leading into Joe winning.
David steps off, it's over out of nowhere. Joe wins individual immunity.
Number 8, reward decision. You can tell that everyone is annoyed with David when during the challenge he said he would pick Joe, and literally everyone rolled their eyes at him. Joe goes in a different direction and takes Mitch with having 0 rewards yet, but he gets another decision and goes with Shaheen and one final person with his duo, Eva. Number 7, the losers. Yeah, David is really beating himself up after losing, and Kyle has a great line that Mary and him are, well, they are close friends. Again, I want to ask the question, is David paranoid or just correct, leading into number 6, Star's plan. Are you ready? Star's strategic gameplay is 1 sentence long this episode. Star asks David and Mary to vote Shaheen, but they shut it down and say vote Mitch instead. Don't get me wrong, I like the anyone but me attitude from Star, but in the game of Survivor 48, she has 0 power. Number 5, the reward. The vote becomes easy when Mitch throws out David's name in front of Shaheen, Joe, and Eva. At first, Eva is hesitant about this, but it's hard to not play along when everyone else wants David gone. Number 4, Shaheen's flashback. Every once in a while, I'm a fan of fancy editing tricks, not showing the episode, not showing the storyline in chronological order. As we discover that Shaheen has been planting the seed to get out David for a while with Joe and Eva, even comparing it to Boston Rob, leading into number 3, the plans.
Welcome to the party, David. I've been here for a minute. Let's party.
From an episode standpoint, it's been obvious that David's the one going home. Typically, the producers don't like it to be this obvious with the audience having all the information, but this was great TV, as the plans are majority going for David and minority going for Mitch. Number 2, Tribal Council. Jeff Probst says it best that if you blink, you're gonna miss it, with Survivor 48 having 2 people already on the jury. And yes, 100%, I love the interaction between Star and Camilla being so straightforward. But at the end of the day, leave a comment down below if you need to be surprised of the vote out decision to consider it a good episode of Survivor. Personally, I don't. Leading into number 1, David voted out. The intense music and the glare David gave to the other players was so intense. The best boot of Survivor 48 so far. Anyways, congratulations, Jake. You're this week's puzzle giveaway winner. I'll announce a new winner next week, and click right here for everything you missed from Survivor Season 4.